let's take a look at our story, A Very Rainy Day, and we should be on page 88. And what we have here is we have raindrops, and I have some raindrops also. See my raindrops? Okay, we're going to be looking at some words on the first page. We're going to have the word without. Let's see if I can find the word without. Here it is. Without. Two simple words. Without. The next page, you're going to have the word cotton. 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 Okay, when we get to the next 2 pages, we'll do the other words. Okay, so our story is A Very Rainy Day by Millie Howard. And we're going to find out what kind of a day is a very rainy day. Okay, some words that will describe what it looks like, because, you know, as I said, some rains can be very strong, some can be just a light drizzle, but we're going to find out what kind of a very rainy day it is. And we're going to look at the what the children are going to be doing with the mother and the father. So let's start our oral reading. I'll give you a moment to look for your answers about what kind of a rainy day is a very rainy day, and what is Mama going to do, just on page 88. When you have written, you should finish reading the page before you start the questioning. Don't wait for me to give you the answers, but you should have read it, and then you continue on with the lesson. All right, we're talking about a family, and in the first line, what does it say that this home has that's very, very special, and why? Yes, we find that there is a special box that Mother has. Where does she keep it? Does she keep it out for everybody to look at? No. She keeps it in a chest in her room. And what's it for? What's it for? It's waiting for a very rainy day. Now, I mentioned before that it depends upon the kind of rainy day it is, and that's why it's in capital letters, very rainy day, because it has to be a special day, and that day cannot be just a little drizzle that comes and goes, but it has to be one that has what? Okay, if you look at the last 2 sentences in the second paragraph, this rainy day has to be foggy rain that mists up the window and makes puddles. Okay, now, what is in the box? What is in the box? Well, Mom has things to play with us in it. All right, let's find out what's in the box. What are some of the things? Okay, we're going to find the word cotton on this page. Now, some of you are making music, and hopefully you'll make some of your own musical instruments. So let's read what musical instruments there might be in the box to play. Start reading. Okay, you should be finished with your reading. Oh, let's look at some of the strange things that are in the box. I bet the mother must change it every now and then, because once she's used the stuff, I guess she must change it. And besides that, how could all that stuff fit all at once? Okay. What are the children doing in the picture? The children are playing musical instruments. It looks like the little girl is, what is she doing? She's got a drum. What is the boy doing? He looks like he has cymbals, right? Or what other things might be in the box to make music? Okay, pot lids, hammers, and jingle bells. And what are the children doing? They're marching around the room. Look at the faces of mom and dad. Are they annoyed that the children are walking around the room, parading and making noise, clapping the cymbals and banging the drums? No, they seem to be very happy about it. What does the child who's writing the story say? They say that maybe they put cotton in their ears and that's why they don't hear the sound. Remember, if you stuff something in your ears, you can't hear that well. Well, anyway, but let's turn to the next page and find out what's happening. Okay, on this page, we're going to be thinking about what the children are doing now. Look at the two of them playing. What other things might be in the box? And what do they find for a rainy day? Let's look. Okay, start reading. Now you might come across the word empty. That's a word you should know. So start reading. Now, what are they doing? What games are they playing in this picture? Yeah, they're playing store. They're looking. They have empty boxes and cans, and it looks like the storyteller likes playing store. She is the store clerk. Look at that. She's packaging up the food for the customer. Okay, now, what else might she have that she's playing with? Oh, maybe she has money, store money, or a little cash register, you never know. And it says, I add up the things people buy. I can add up the money and then put stuff in bags. So she is really going wholeheartedly into playing store. So now we have the children on a very, very rainy day can make musical instruments with the pot lids and hammers and jingle bells, or walk around playing cymbals and drums. They're playing store. What else might that special box have? Let's look at page 91 and see what else. This must be a pretty big box to have all this stuff in. Okay, so when you start reading silently, look at what the boy and the girl find in the box this time on this very rainy day. All right, you'll see that they're dressed up. Look at the girl. She looks like she's wearing her mom's shoes. Now, I really don't think that all this stuff is in the box at the same time. I think the mom changes it, that every time there's a rainy day, a very rainy day, she has removed the old stuff and put new stuff. Otherwise, then it might be boring, right? Okay, so we find that the storyteller is dressed in high heel shoes, and sometimes they can pretend that dress up clothes, they're in a circus. And what else? That they could act like a clown, and they could be anything they want to be just for that little while. Okay, so in this case, the storyteller pretends to be a horseback rider or a clown. Okay, now, when the sky is not blue, what does the storyteller think about? Just look back at the sentence, the last paragraph. She thinks about the box. And when it's really rainy and the raincoats drip and the boots splash in the puddles, what does she think about? She thinks about the box. It says, when books are damp and papers are limp, the storyteller thinks of the box. And she knows that when Mom brings that box down, It's going to be a very rainy day. It's not going to be a short, quick drizzle. And they know that it might be a long time before the sun comes out. Okay? We could see what a good time that these children had because of what the mom put in her box. Maybe you could think of getting together with your mom or whoever takes care of you during the day about what to do when it really, really rains and you don't have the computer and you don't have your iPad or whatever it is you play with. Something that you can do that's more creative than just playing video games, because if you have that box, you can use your imagination. You can be whatever you want to be, whatever you've put in there, just like these children do. And the rainy day doesn't have to be a bad time for you. Remember, we need the rain. It's been very dry lately. It only rained the other day, but many people's lawns are dry. And because it hasn't rained, we might even have a little water shortage, and our grass is getting very dry. So there are times when it is very, very important to have rain. And then, of course, you know the opposite. Sometimes too much rain can cause damage, like big hurricanes. But anyway, we shouldn't be sad when we have a very rainy day. We should be happy with what God gives us. And use your, as I said, use your imagination and think about what you might want Mom to put in a box so that you could have fun on a very rainy day.